So this is a theory that I thought of. As far as I've done my research, no one else has talked about this yet. So I'm gonna take credit for this theory. Maybe someone else thought it, but as far as I'm aware, I'm the first one. Today I'm talking about if Lucifer was a virtue before he was a sin. So obviously they've talked about the sins in both shows, so there's no point in going over what they are. But in case you don't know what the virtues are, they're basically the opposite of the sins in like the real like Bible. They're like the things that get you into heaven. And I had to Google them. I have them right here. The seven virtues are chastity, temperance, charity, diligence, kindness, patience, and humility. I mean, I'm not gonna lie though. Don't know what some of these mean. Like, what does temperance mean? I have no idea. But that's anyway. So my theory is that obviously, because we actually saw them really quickly in episode 2 of season 2 of the Hazbin Hotel, the virtues do exist in Hazbin Hotel. So I have the theory that Lucifer was one of them before he fell down to hell, and I actually do have some evidence to support this. So let's get into it. Alright, so we're not going to talk about like hell that much really. Well, I'll mention it a couple of times, but it's not really relevant to this right now. But we'll get into it. But yeah, Lucifer was a high-ranked angel when he was in heaven. That the flashback in episode 1 makes that very clear. But he was seen as a troublemaker by the other angels, and notice how there's 6 of them, by the way, just saying, in the flashback. And then, obviously, when he gave Eve the apple, it led darkness into the world, which created hell, and that's why Lucifer was banished into hell for creating it. And we can also see that there's also 6 angels looking down on him at that. So, yeah. I definitely think that they're the virtues, and he was definitely one of them. I don't know which one he could have been, though. A lot of people, because I did post this theory on Reddit, and a few people responded to me saying that he could be humility, which maybe, I guess so. So humility is the quality of having modest view on one's value or importance. And yeah, I would say Lucifer does kind of suit that, because he like had all the different ideas than the other angels, and he just wanted humans to have free will, which the heaven didn't want either. That's what created hell in the first place. And even then, he still wanted sinners to have free will. He tried to help them. He really did. But, you know, because sinners showed how awful they are, he, like, started hating them and lost, you know, all of his passion of being king of hell. So, yeah. Obviously, Charlie is also wanting that. She represents humility quite well, actually. But, yeah. Obviously, I'm going to talk about... I have a whole video about this later on, so I'm not going to talk about this here, but Lucifer is now the sin of pride. Basically, it was his pride that created hell in the first place, so that makes sense. But I have a whole video going to go over all that, so we're going to save that for now. Also, we also saw that Sarah seems to be one of the virtues as well as a seraphim. And my theory is that she had to take over from Lucifer after he was banished from heaven, because that would make sense, because when you really look at all the virtues, she kind of stands out for them a little, and for some reason I feel like Lucifer would kind of fit in with them. I don't know what it is, because even though Lucifer looks more, well, human-like, like Sarah, while the other virtues look very non-human-like, he looks like he would fit in with them better than Sarah does, because, like, I'm going to put a picture of them all on the screen, obviously, and I don't know what it is, but Sarah just sticks out to me the most out of all of them. I don't know why. So I think that's my theory, right? That she took over the virtue of humility after Lucifer was abandoned. And if you're going to comment that she's a seraphim, so it doesn't make sense, so it's implied that Osmodeus is also a Goetia, and he's the sin of lust, so that doesn't matter. What are you talking about? Also, we also see, in More Than Anything again, that Lucifer's, like, kind of having, like, not PTSD flashback, but it kind of is PTSD, really, where he sees these angels pointing spears at Charlie, and he, like, quickly pulls her away from them. That's not actually happening, it's just in his mind, but they also could represent the virtues as well. Like, you know, he thinks that they're going to hurt Charlie because of what he did, and he's scared of that happening. So, yeah. I think that could definitely be another piece of evidence. I don't know. Also, I should mention the sins as well, because we don't really know where they came from. Like, because a lot of people debate online if, like, they're fallen angels like Lucifer, or if Lucifer created them to rule over each sin. I think it's the latter, to be honest, because especially when Ozzy has a line about Mammon that he's known him since the start of hell. So that means that they never existed in heaven. So, yeah. Kind of implies that Lucifer made them all, which, yeah, I kind of understand that, because he can't really rule over all 7 rings himself. I kind of think that's it, really. this was a short theory, I know, but that's kind of all I have to say. There's not really much other evidence to say whether Lucifer was a virtue or not, but, you know, if there is any other evidence, please let me know in the comments down below. But that's kind of it for now. Let me know what you think. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!